Greetings, Slackers. September Man here with another video. In this one, I wanted to touch base and update on an earlier video I did about YouTube boycotting and demonetization. And this is something that I sort of began to gather, but I don't know if others have recognized this either. And that is, have any of you noticed YouTube's reaction towards brands and the advertisers, how they bent over backwards to appease them? Because at the end of the day, Google is a corporation and YouTube is a part of that. So it's all about revenue. And one of their main sources of revenue is advertising dollars. The reason why I'm pointing this out is if you pay attention to how Google and YouTube both responded, that should go to show you the power of money. And when we talk about money, imagine if millions of us got together and we stopped participating. We stopped patronizing with our dollars these brands, these corporations, these businesses that are anti-free speech, anti-choice, anti-freedom. Can you imagine how we could cripple them by simply not participating in their game? If we were to remove our dollars from them, and the perfect example of this is take a look at the retail economy right now. You have a lot of store closures and you have a lot of businesses going out of business. Why? Because traffic and sales are down. Customers are taking their dollars elsewhere, namely Amazon and online. But this goes to show you the power of the dollar. And if you know how to control that, you can control these companies. We can control these corporations that have gotten out of hand and wish to lord over us and, master over all of us. If this sounds a little conspiracy theorish, that's because it is, but that's their agenda, and you can kind of detect this by looking at the moves that they make. But going back to the original statement of the YouTube boycotting and demonetization, let's find out who these brands are. Let's find out who these big commercial advertisers are that wish to remove their ads from certain content. Because at the end of the day, by them cutting off revenue, they're controlling free speech by controlling what gets money. And if they have the power to dictate what gets money, at the end of the day, that means that either, real news that's become more apparent and more ubiquitous, it's going to go away because people will have an incentive, or at least this is what the corporations are hoping, of changing their message to suit the overall guidelines of the brands, because the brands are only thinking about profit and making a buck. But again, how do you make that buck if you can't get your product in front of the most eyeballs? I don't think this is something that they've thought about, but this is some just thoughts that I kick around throughout the day. So, what do you think about all this? What do you think about boycotting, withdrawing your participation? And again, have you noticed too what YouTube has done in bending over backwards to appease these advertisers and major brands, also they can get a buck? Share with me your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. That's going to do it for this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.